Hello children, I hope you all are fine. Children, I expecting you all are completing your all assignment related to science. In last class, we had completed in our science 5th chapter substances in the surrounding, their states and properties. Related to this chapter, one assignment I had given. I hope you all completed that exercise properly without any doubt. So children, today we will complete next part of this chapter. Now let's recall whatever we had completed in our last class. In our last class, we had completed change of state of substances, the difference between the states of substances, change in the state, that is solid, liquid and gaseous state, and in this whatever the changes was there, that one we had seen. Next point, heat and the change of physical state. Next we had completed the temperature and the thermometer. Now today whatever the points we are going to complete in this chapter, that points are boiling, condensation, freezing, melting, various use of change in physical state, and next is sublimation. Children, all these points today in this video we are going to complete. Students, now see the picture of thermometer in your textbook. Thermometer is used to measure the record of temperature and its unit is degree Celsius. Children, picture of thermometer we are going to see and observe this picture carefully. Now in the thermometer, the bulb at its lower end is filled with mercury. The mercury rises to a certain level in the capillary tube above the bulb. Children, you can see in the diagram in your textbook right side. You will see a scale next to the mercury column. Reading the figure near the level of the mercury tells us the temperature of air around the bulb of the thermometer. Hold the thermometer in water so that the bulb is completely immersed in the water and read the temperature of the water. Repeat the activity taking some hot water in one vessel and cold water or ice in another. Now children, what we can do? Now you can do this experiment in home also. Now student, you can see the mixture of ice and water. The temperature of ice and water is 0 degree Celsius. Now look at the next picture. You can see the picture of steam and water. All the temperature of water is 0 degree Celsius. But when water is heated, its temperature gradually increases towards upward and reached 1 point, that is 100 degree Celsius. This is actually temperature of boiling water. So students, you can try this activity taking some hot water in vessels and cold water or ice in another vessels. And note down the temperature of both hot water as well as cold water. Children, but remember, if you are going to try this activity in home, then please try under the observation of your parents. Now here you can see that both the image, here conical flask is given in right side page, that is, look both the image on your right hand side. The image with green tick mark is the right way to hold the conical flask, and the image with a red cross mark is the wrong way. So always be careful while holding the conical flask. Let's go through and remember this column. Here some example is given related to our thermometer and its temperature. So children, boiling water, its temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Freezing water, temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Air in winter night less than 15 degrees Celsius. Air in summer afternoon greater than 35 degrees Celsius. Inside a freeze less than 5 degrees Celsius. Inside the freezer less than minus 18 degrees Celsius. Body temperature approx 37 degrees Celsius. Now this one is related to our temperature and with different example. Now next topic we are going to start, that is boiling. Children, water is continuously evaporating. We know that water spilled on the floor dries off slowly on its own. This evaporation occurs from the surface of the water. What happens when water boils? As the water gets heated, its temperature increases and it evaporates at a faster and faster rate. When water kept on a stove attain a particular temperature or level of heat, then evaporation takes place in all parts of the body of water. Then we see water bubbles rising at faster and faster rates to the surface and steam mixing in the air. Children, it not happens only one side of the vessel. It take place all around the vessel. This is called boiling of water or ebullition. At sea level, pure water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This is the boiling point of water. When water vapor cools, it is converted into water again. And that process, that conversion of one state to other, that one is condensation. What do you mean by condensation? The vapor turns into liquid on cooling. Keep it in mind, the vapor turns into liquid on cooling. That is the boiling point of water. When water vapor cools, it is converted into water again. This process is called condensation. The temperature at which condensation takes place is called as a condensation point. For pure water, condensation point is also 100 degrees Celsius. It means that the boiling point and condensation point of water are one and the same. I think this point is clear to everyone. So children, here take some water in a beaker and place a thermometer in it. Heat the beaker on a spirit lamp. Note the boiling point of water. Repeat the activity, adding salt or sugar to the water, and note the boiling point again. Already we had studied that boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Now after adding all these things, all these substances in your water, that is salt, sugar, then other something, that what happens in that temperature you are going to observe. Then next point is our freezing point. Conversion of liquid state into solid state is called freezing point. So children, the water kept in a fridge or an ice become cooler and cooler. That is, its temperature falls down at a certain temperature. Water doesn't get any cooler but starts freezing and forms ice. So the temperature at which this happens is called the freezing point of water. The temperature of a substance can fall below 0 degrees Celsius. Example, the temperature of air in the freezer of a refrigerator is around minus 18 degrees Celsius. When ice gets heat, it starts melting or changing into the liquid state again. This one is the change of state of substance. Ice melt at 0 degrees Celsius. It means that the freezing point and melting point of water are one and the same. Each substance has a specific boiling point, which is also its a condensation point. So children, here we had completed boiling point, condensation point, freezing point, and as well as melting point. I hope for melting point, when the substance changes its solid state into liquid state, it's called melting point. All these points, it's clear to you. Now each substance has a specific melting point, which is the same as its freezing point. So students, keep it in mind all these points. First point, the temperature at which a substance boils while heating is the same as the temperature at which it condenses when it is cooled. Second point, the temperature at which a substance freezes while cooling is the same as the temperature at which it melts when it is heated. These points you should remind. So children, now we are going to start our next topic, that is various uses of changes in physical state. So children, changes in physical state means a change from one state to another without changing in chemical condition. So I hope you all understood what you mean by physical state and what you mean by chemical change. Physical change, which one after it is converting in the same position. For example, ice melt and converting into liquid form, that is it's converting into water. Water again converts into ice. This conversion is called as physical state. Next example for physical state, for example, one paper wetted, and after some time when you will dry that paper, it converting into the dry position. Means no changes is there in that paper. All this example, which one not states that substance which not changes its property is called physical state. Other example related to chemical change, the substance which changes its state is called chemical state. For example, one paper, when we will burn, it will convert into ash. Again, that same paper we will not get. Once it is converted into ash, we will not get the same paper. Then this conversion is called chemical conversion or chemical substance. That one converted into, and it will never converting into its original position is called chemical change. Related to that, now we are going to see some example. For example, first one, candles are made by melting paraffin wax. Second one, solid carbon dioxide is used to make ice cream and to keep it frozen. Third, liquid nitrogen is used in animal husbandry. Next, glass is made up of sand after melting. Next one, metals like gold and silver are melted to make ornaments. Next, iron is melted to make tools. All these example we had seen in physical state. So children, now we are going to move to our next topic, that is sublimation. So children, what do you mean by sublimation? The change of a solid substance directly into a gas or vapor without first changing into a liquid is called sublimation. Then, related to this sublimation, children, we will see one experiment. Here, picture is given related to this experiment. So children, first what we had taken? Take some sand in a crucible. Crucible is made up of white color and it's available in our lab. Put a few iodine crystals on it. Place the crucible on a tripod to heat it. Block the stem of the funnel with a cotton plug and place it inverted over the crucible. Light the burner and heat the mixture in the crucible. Now we are going to observe what the changes take place in this crucible and funnel. So children, iodine crystals do not melt on heating but change directly to the gaseous state. When the fumes of iodine hit the walls of the funnel, they cools to form solid crystals of iodine and stick to the funnel walls. Thus, on heating, iodine doesn't melt and change to a liquid but directly changes to the gaseous state. So children, I hope related to sublimation, which definition I had given, you understood properly. Once again, I am repeating, related to sublimation, the change of a solid substance directly into a gas or vapor without first changing into a liquid is called sublimation. Is it clear? I think after seeing or after observing the experiment, it is easier to you to understand the example of sublimation. Related to the sublimation, many examples are there. For example, camphor, naphthalene and all. So here, children, next we are going to see the Let us see how the following substance is useful after changing the physical state. For example, we are going to identify a glass. Is it made up of plastic, steel or glass? You can observe the picture of glass and you can able to give the answer. Next example, some rods we are seeing in our picture. All these rods are made up of iron or aluminium. Next example is a door. A door is made up of wooden or glass. Next is a white powder. Which one is made up of salt or chalk powder? I hope you all understood the given example. To answer the above question, you consider their properties. Example, their transparency, hardness, weight, color, the sound produced from it, solubility in water, etc. Substances can be identified by studying their properties. They can be put to use according to their properties. So children, today whatever the topics we supposed to complete, here we had completed. Now in next class we will study the next points related to this chapter. And related to this chapter, whatever the assignment question you will get, I hope you all are able to solve all that question. So children, be happy, healthy and safe. Thank you.